to effectively practice creativity, you have to really structure it properly. And this is what we at OpenGenius have been doing for over a decade now, is looking at how we can help people with their creative mindsets. It's very important because when you're using creative tools, you have to make sure that people are in the right mindset at the time. So what you don't want are people that are suffering from cognitive biases, thinking errors, as they say. These are the things that really control the box. So we really like to help people to break free from those thinking errors, and they instantly become more creative as soon as you do that. So I think what we're looking at today is taking a much more holistic approach. It has to be complete from all areas of your thinking. So functional creativity is not just about ideas, it's about being able to define problems, it's about being able to create ideas, it's about being able to evaluate ideas, and one of the most important things is to drive them forward and direct them so that they actually become a reality. There are many tools that call themselves productivity tools, but all they help you do is do your tasks faster. And that's not a good thing, because if you're doing the wrong things, you're just doing the wrong things quicker. So we spend a lot of time teaching people how to take control of their thinking again, how to put structure behind creative thought. It's just so important. I mean, some of the most successful individuals in the world today talk about this a lot. So examples would be Bill Gates, Warren Buffett. There's an interview on the internet. It's called "Busy is the New Stupid."
Oh wow!
So I recommend everyone to look at this. "Busy is the New Stupid," and it's a very small video, but you've got two of the world's richest men from different fields. One is very analytical in investments, and Bill is changing the world from technology. What it shows is that it doesn't matter whether you're in an analytical environment or whether you are in sort of a technology, fast-moving, creative environment. The key is to give yourself thinking time. So when they're discussing things, you'll see that they allocate time to themselves to actually think. So, do you like to daydream?
I love to daydream. Yes, of course.
Were you daydreaming when you were on the way to the Shangri-La this morning?
Well, I was driving, so...
Have you been daydreaming while you're listening to me?
Maybe.
I hope so, but no, seriously, because if you look at Einstein and Edison and Darwin, and the list could go on and on, all of these individuals knew that for them to create a breakthrough, they called them thought experiments. This is where they would allow their mind the freedom to wander, to connect all of the dots that they've got into a new and novel and unique way. But today, we do the opposite. Busy, rush, react to emails, instant messages, react to technology, the way it's controlling us. When we look at organizations, one of the first things we look at is, let's look at their electronic calendars. How many sections within that calendar are allocated to thinking time? And usually it's a big zero. And this is crazy. If people don't take time to get away from their mundane, day-to-day, reactive type activities, they're never going to have the freedom to be creative. And science actually shows us, without a shadow of a doubt, that when you daydream, you're using more of the brain's resources. And just think about it. When we try and overcome a problem, the first thing people say is, let's focus on the problem. Worst thing you can do. You focus on the problem at the right stage. So when you're trying to evaluate ideas, that's where you need the convergent thinking. It's the diamond shape that you talk about in design thinking, of course, which is why structure and process is just so important. Ask any person, where do they get their best ideas? They won't say the boardroom, sitting in front of my computer. What they'll say is, well, when I go for a walk, when I'm on the toilet, when I'm in the shower, when I'm having a cup of tea. And that's because all of a sudden they've allowed dots to join in new ways in their brain. So we created a tool called AYOA, which is a tool that allows you to do all those things the World Economic Forum discuss. It's your creative thinking, it's your critical thinking, it's your problem solving, it's your task management, but we did it in a way that is cognitively flexible, so people can choose the way they want to work, how they want to visualize their information, and how they want to set things up, which means it does take more investment sometimes to get started. But the whole point of being cognitively flexible is giving your brain the opportunity to work the way that it naturally does. In one simple sentence, it would be to spend time learning about how you think and how to put structure and process behind how you think when related to creativity and innovation, because that way instantly you'll be so much more effective.